How you doing, everybody? Jonathan here, and in this video I'm going to make a video on nutrition. I haven't made a nutrition video in quite some time, and it's inspired because I just had about 7 new boot campers start this week. And one of the great things about staying in the industry and continue to train while I make these videos is that I'm able to stay sharp and I don't get kind of like jaded by the clients that have seen so much success. I can remember what it's like to have new clients walk in, and I have one client in particular who thinks she's eating healthily, but she's not. And a lot of clients come in. I often say that it's not so much that people don't know what to do in terms of nutrition, it's just that they need the motivation to do it. But in some cases, people think they're doing the right things for their nutritional habits, but they're a little bit off, and they need us as fitness professionals to guide them in the right direction. So with this video, I'm gonna focus on salads because I spoke to the client. I said, Gail, how are we doing with our nutritional habits? Because she had not yet journaled her food. And she said, don't worry, I'm eating healthy, which is something that usually raises a red flag for me. And her response to eating healthy was, I'm eating salads. Once I delved in, I saw that her salad needed a lot of work, and your clients probably do. So we're gonna go over what to identify in the salad and how to get your clients to eat better. But before I do, if you have not yet, make sure to click on that link up there and subscribe to my newsletter, as I send out short articles every Monday on how to see success in the fitness industry. If you just happen to stumble upon this video, click on that YouTube icon and subscribe to this channel, as I make videos every Wednesday based on questions that I get the most. And as always, if you've already subscribed to both my newsletter and to YouTube channel, thank you very much for your support. And if you find the information in this video helpful, please click on the like button below the video player, because every like that I get helps this channel. So as I said, I was speaking to the client. They said that they're eating healthy. They said they're eating their salads. So I asked them to itemize. Now, my first goal is to make sure that they're journaling through my Fitness Pal so I can see all their foods, because no one meal, just because a client is eating salads, doesn't mean that they're getting the right amount of nutrients or total calories. So the first thing I explain to this client is, my goal is not so much that you're going to eat less, it's that you're going to eat less crap. All right, so it's not just eating fewer foods or fewer calories. You actually, in most instances with my clients, they end up eating more than they did before they started my boot camp. It's just that the foods that they eat are nutrient dense, so they have a lot more nutrients and they can eat more of it. All right, and that's the case with these salads. It's very easy to mess up a salad with all the additives. There used to be a Salad Works next to where I worked when I was a business banker, and the things that I would see people put into their salads in order to make them healthy or good or to eat healthy ruin the salad completely. So let's go over the differences between what people think is healthy in a salad and what they can do to actually make it healthy and help them to get toward their end goal. Now, the first thing that the clients need to work on is the base. All right. Clients usually go with romaine lettuce, thinking that that is their healthiest option. However, as a fitness professional, if that's the only vegetable that they're getting in that day, they're not getting in a lot of nutrients. Whereas if they were to go with a darker leafy green vegetable, such as a base of spinach, they're going to get way more nutrients from that salad. So for instance, the vitamin K content in romaine lettuce is going to be 105%, whereas with spinach, it'll be 987%. With vitamin A, we're looking at 45% with romaine lettuce and then 105% with spinach. With vitamin C, we're looking at 5% with romaine lettuce and then 24% with spinach. With iron, we're looking at 5% with romaine lettuce. We're looking at 36% with spinach. And then with calcium, we're looking at 3% with romaine lettuce and 25% with spinach. So the spinach is going to be more nutrient dense, even though it's taking up the same amount of space and it requires the same amount of calories. That then can prevent a client from having to take an additional multivitamin. You want to take as few synthetic materials for nutrition as possible, and making the switch of the bed of your salad from romaine lettuce to the spinach is going to instantly increase the nutritional profile. Now, the next thing that clients look for in a salad is going to be the dressing. All right, and you have to be very careful with how you put this dressing on. The first thing that you want to tell your client, first and foremost, you want to stay away from anything non-fat. All right, they automatically think that they can have a non-fat dressing and that will help them. So we are trying to avoid saturated fat, but with non-fat usually comes increased sugar. So they want these creamy dressings, and they think they're doing well because there's no fat, but that means there's a ton of sugar in their system. But if we're even going for a full fat dressing, let's say a ranch dressing, for the average serving size, which is 1 tablespoon, you're gonna have 1.2 grams of saturated fat. However, nobody consumes just 1 tablespoon of dressing. I'll usually see that number closer to 5. So the saturated fat count for 5 tablespoons of ranch dressing is going to be 6 grams of fat versus a vinaigrette, which naturally has no fat, and it'll bring a little bit more flavor to their salad. Moving on, we have blue cheese. A lot of people like to put the blue cheese on their salad, not recognizing the saturated fat content of blue cheese. So a 1/4 cup of blue cheese, like this much, is going to yield 6 grams of fat. Now, a better option to get that crumble will be the yolk of the egg. And it amazes me how many people complain about concerns of cholesterol and fat when they talk about the yolk of the egg, whereas they don't express the same concern for the fat in blue cheese. But eggs have a higher biological value. The B vitamins in eggs are going to be at a higher content than you'll find in the blue cheese. And actually, you'll only find 1.6 grams of saturated fat in the whole egg, as opposed to the 6 grams of saturated fat in the 1/4 cup of blue cheese. The next topping that people like to put on their salads is going to be dried cranberries. And cranberries by themselves do have a lot of nutritional value as antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. However, the dried cranberries tend to have a lot more added sugar. So your better option would be beets, which also offer you the same kind of nutritional value in terms of detoxing and serving as an anti-inflammatory. Now, my assertion is that the dried cranberries have a higher glycemic index because of that added sugar, but you're much better off consuming naturally occurring sugars than sugars added on later. So you're better off getting the beets than you would be the dried cranberries. Next, let's talk about crunch. So some people want texture, more crunch to their salads. So the first thing they'll reach for are croutons. And croutons have really no nutrient value. They're not nutrient dense, as it's really just toasted white bread. All right, so it has a very high glycemic index, close to 100. But people are gonna miss that crunch if they don't have it in their salad. So my suggestion to you would be to replace that with almonds. All right, you can get sliced almonds, you can put that in your salad, and then that way you're able to get good fats into your system. Almonds are going to be higher in omega-3s, and then you can save yourself the high glycemic index, which raises the blood sugar level, and at the same time still get the crunch and added flavor onto a salad. So these are just a couple of modifications that you can make to your salad, which will make consumption a lot healthier, a lot better for you, lower calorie, and higher nutrient value. So make sure to reach for your dark leafy greens such as your spinach as opposed to your romaine lettuce. Make sure to reach for your vinaigrette as opposed to your opaque dressing. Make sure to reach for your whole egg as opposed to your blue cheese. Make sure to reach for your beets as opposed to your dried cranberries. And last but not least, make sure to reach for your sliced almonds instead of your croutons, and you'll greatly improve the nutritional value of your salad. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you can digest this information so you can relay this back to your clients. This, of course, is going to be one small part of your client's nutrition journey, and the best way to keep them online is going to be to get them to journal, to write down their foods every day in MyFitnessPal. And if you need help with nutritional coaching, I definitely recommend that you check out my Dumbbells to Dollars course, as it is the best resource for trainers looking to see success in the fitness industry. Whether you're trying to tighten up your training program, work on your nutritional coaching, or learn business techniques to go out on your own in terms of marketing, building your own website, and then charging clients yourself. And you can use this for continuing education credits. So if you want more information on my Dumbbells to Dollars course, make sure to click on that image right there. So I thank you for watching this video. As always, I have videos every Wednesday, so I'll be back next week. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, comment below, because your comments inspire videos that I make. And as long as you keep that line of communication open, I'll be able to give you more content. So I'll see you next week, as long as you remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe, stress levels low, get rest. Don't slap anybody, love your clients, they'll love you back. I'll see you all tomorrow or the next day, and you have a good one.